Good morning. Welcome to Light of Love podcast with Tamara Palmer, medium, coach, and healer. It is January 21st, 2022. Greetings, beloved. We are officially 21 days into 2022, and I've been trying to record this podcast since January 1st. And every time I would start to prepare for it, my spiritual team would say, "Not today," or even mess up the recording, and I would have to start over. Sometimes life is about starting over. Sometimes we get those opportunities. And in all honesty, we get it once a year. Every New Year's Eve. When the clock strikes midnight, it's a brand new year. It's a brand new chapter. It's an opportunity to start fresh. I've been having a lot of dreams and been trying my best to decipher the message. And recently I dreamt about Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1940 to 1945 during the Second World War. And then again from 1951 to 1955. And a quote he kept showing me in my dream was, "Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen." And I was trying to think of what is this message? What does this quote represent for me? And what I was able to decipher from it is that we must have the courage to stand up and speak for those who don't have the courage. And that sometimes we will need to sit down and listen and just observe. 2022 is the year of you. It's the year we set boundaries, we stand firm, we set down goals, we achieve our dreams. It's the year that we must face the truth and go after what we set forth for ourselves. We must encourage others to live and chase their dreams. And while doing that, not to forget about our own. We must remember to allow ourselves the opportunity to rest, to recharge, and rebalance our lives. When I think of everything that has gone on since 2020 began, we've been doing this roller coaster ride for 2 years. And we've gone through a lot of growth. We've gone through a lot of life lessons. We've come out on the other side. And I don't know about you, but 2020, I didn't want to celebrate New Year's. 2021, I didn't want to do it then. But preparing for 2022, the energy felt different. There was a greater shift. And there was one that I felt not just on the surface of my skin, but deep within my soul. I'm proud of what not only I've accomplished, but what many of my friends have, and what many of my listeners have. I know you're probably listening to this and you're sitting there thinking, well, Tamara, 2021 was a hard year. And it absolutely was. And you're right, it was. But what were the life lessons that you learned? Is there one that stands out the strongest, the brightest, out of everything you went through? And if you think about it, you're here today, stronger than ever, because you went through it. Because you didn't give up. Because you allowed yourself the courage, as Winston Churchill once said. This life is about standing up for ourselves and standing up for others. It's about embracing our gifts. It's about living our lives. It's about shining so bright that every dark corner is illuminated with light. And listen, don't get me wrong. I know we have people in our life that can try to dim our sparkle, that can try to dim the light, that can try to take us off those tracks as to what's coming up. Try to derail us. And we've had plenty of that, myself included. But I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you this year, 2022, to live your best life. To not give up, to not surrender, to not throw in the towel and say, I'm done. I want you to call upon your spiritual team like you've never done before. I want you to believe in yourself and have the courage to face what you need to face. Let's shine. Let's stand tall. Let's be amazed by the amazing changes, the amazing challenges that we are going to have the strength to deal with this year. And I want to encourage you also, if there is someone that you think can benefit from hearing this podcast, I want you to share this podcast with them. I want you to go and find me on TikTok at Spiritual Coach Tamara. I want you to come find me on Facebook at Spiritually Guided Readings with Tamara Palmer. On Instagram at Spiritual Coach Tamara. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. And although you may be feeling struggle and you may be feeling like you're alone, you may be feeling empty, you are lovable. You are worth it. And you have this bright light of love flowing through you. Share that light. Honor who you are. And continue to have a voice. And continue to stand tall. And when you're afraid, go out there and do it anyways. This has been Tamara Palmer with Light of Love Podcast. I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Be you. Be true. Be your unapologetic, authentic selves. Namaste.